fix all this, I am doing no filters, which I don't care because I've never really had a problem with filters. I'm going to, where is the chat? Hide chat? No, I don't want to hide the chat. I want to expand the chat. They have literally changed this on the laptop, and I'm kind of irky. I don't want to hide the chat, show chat. I guess I have to watch it from here. Whatevs. So yeah, coming on here. As you see, my cat, she's probably going to try to attempt to get my attention over here. Come here talking about tarot cards, of course. Today I'm going to be doing my Morgan Greer deck. Cool. It finally uploaded. Yay! Live chat. And how do we... Oh my god, hi Becca. Follow me there. Pop-up chat. That's what I wanted. Perfect. This is why I like YouTube more than Facebook, is because there's an actual pop-up chat where I can just not have a video going and I have like a full screen of chat. And I can actually talk to you guys from here if I really want to. And also approve messages, because apparently certain words are being said and I need to approve it. And if I approve of it, if someone finds it offensive, I get in trouble. So fucking weird. But on here, I'm using my Morgan Greer deck. I feel like since it's a overcast grayness here in Portland, that I was thinking maybe I should, you know, use my kind of a darker set of tarot cards. And also just trying to like relax and chat, catch up, kind of tell you guys what's really going on, what's going on with me these days, and how, and drama and stuff normally. But like lately at work, I've been feeling kind of ugh. So they end up giving me 3 days off. So it's kind of good to have 3 days off. However, it can be financially a burden a little bit because I'm not used. Now my checks are a little smaller. However, they did a inflection rate, whatever you want to call it, raise, because they know that living downtown is expensive and everything's raised. And they were debating about either giving everybody $2 or giving everybody respectfully the money that they should get based on where they live, like based on like parts of town where they're living at, which is kind of stupid. There was me and this other employee. He's been there for a year and a half, and I got more than him because I live downtown and he lives across the river. So that didn't make sense. So we went to HR together and we're like, we're not talking about how much we're making to each other, how much we got. We just say, was it more than $2 or was it less than $2? And I told him that I got more than $2 and he got less than $2. So we don't know the actual price. However, we can talk about our wages with other employees. It is not, it says in the rule book, it does not say that you're not allowed to talk about how much you make. But it is our case. It's our personal business to talk about it. Yeah. So it's true, Becca. It's expensive wherever you at is expensive. I just found out today that apartments that are across the street from me, that are further away from the train, that has literally a view of that ugly ass river downtown, that ugly ass river, for $115 cheaper, and it's a 1-bedroom apartment that has stairs. So upstairs, it has a bedroom upstairs and a closet and a bathroom, and then downstairs there's this big balcony, like the width of my apartment, my studio apartment. A full set kitchen, because I have a smaller stove. There's a full stove across the street, like enough to like put a lot of shit in, and and a pantry, which something I didn't get here, and I had to buy it like in literally a baker's rack. My mom had to buy me a baker's rack to fucking do that. Uh, um, that and I don't know. It's in a better environment. It's security, 100%. There's constantly security walking around. Um, parking is free. Plus, you get one. You get up to 2 guest parking space for 24 hours, and then one guest within those 2 parking space. One of the guests can stay there for up to 14 days. So that guest can actually use that parking spot for 14 days, and all you need to do is just register their what do you call it, license plates. Um, I don't know. It's just really ridiculous. The only down part is still down here. Um, but I don't mind walking a little extra step to go up here to go to the Mac station as opposed to go through my building that leads to the Mac station. And there's a cool shortcut that only I can go through because we live here. So that'll be the only thing and it's on the second floor, so it's not that high. But I don't like that because that itself will give little man a little like, how do you call it, curiosity to try to jump off the balcony. Here he doesn't tempt because I trained him to stay off the ledge. I hate that. Yes, you're right, Becca. Legally, the company cannot tell you to not talk about your wages. If they do, that is illegal in itself. Just saying. It's true. So we watched her, and she just basically said it was the inflection, it was out of her hands, and that it was up to the uppers ups on what they got, and what you got is what you got. She's like, I don't know how much is anyone making unless I investigate, and even if I investigate, it's like, why am I doing this? It's invasion of privacy. The only thing she said the only thing that she was worried about was people not getting them, and apparently there was a handful of staff not getting it, and they promised February 1st. Then it went to February 18th. Then it went to February 22nd. Then it went to February 25th. Then it went back to February 10th. It was like such a, like, dude, just say February. Just saying. Just saying. My hair is getting exceptionally long and curly. These are all my curls. FYI, this is just straight out of the shower, air dried curls. I don't even fake this. I mean, why would I fake this? This is crazy curls. But yeah, Becca, are you still here? And if you are, have you talked to Brian Everett Stevens? Have you talked to him recently? I'm about to look at him up on Facebook. See if we are on Facebook. Last time I had a conversation with him, video chat wise, he his fiance, hold on, I think I need to go through you because I'm misspelling his fucking name. This Becca Tower. I think I am misspelling the name. Or he could just block me or whatnot. Last my chat, he was doing okay. Oh yeah, I don't think I want to talk about it live on here, but yeah, it was not a good situation. In fact, it was a blowout. Not on my end. It was more on their end. That's more on his fiance. But yeah, I think I'll call you and talk to you about that because I think that's, I don't know, it's so weird. Anyways, yeah, so just found out the apartment is $115 cheaper, and I moved in here a month later. My neighbor who lives next door, Joy, moved in a month later. She's paying $1,200. I'm paying $900. I don't know how it got to that. However, when I asked the leasing office, like, oh, why is my neighbor paying more and she got here a month later? They said that she is over the income restrictions that we have here. And I was like, wait, I thought last time I checked, I thought the old building that I was living in was restriction income. In this one, it's just doesn't matter how much you make, just as long as you make 2 times the rent. And they were saying that she had a lot of money, and I was like, oh, also, this is information you shouldn't tell me. And so they were kind of mad. I was just asking why, and you guys could have just said something different, but you guys told me a lot of information. I don't think it's good. And yes, I did kind of poke the bear on that end. Yes, I kind of went in, like, did provoke a situation. However, I was like curious about why, because she was complaining about how she had to move out if they raise it up any higher. And so I don't know. Maybe I'll give this place a couple more months. Um, I am month to month, but I want to give it a couple more months and then maybe think about moving somewhere else where a 1 bedroom at least is what I would like to have. Not just a 1 bedroom, but having 1 bedroom, a washer and dryer in unit, because I'm sick and tired of going to the laundromat over here. That was cat hair. Recently, I went into the laundromat, and of course, I'm like one washer, one dryer type of guy, because I don't have whites. I wear mostly blacks. So this is kind of this, and like 3 other white shirts are like this color, like light, either white or a little bit of tie dye. So I I was in there and I was doing laundry. I was putting my laundry in or whatever, and then for some strange reason, my phone was having just an internet issue. It was the day that T-Mobile had problems, and it was like so hard. So I was like, I literally looked at the guy. I was like, this will solve everyone's crime if there was like legit shitty free Wi-Fi, just enough for you could just like use it really quickly. And he's like, what's going on? And I was like, oh, T-Mobile is having this problem with internet. And he's like, oh yeah. And he's like taking laundry. And I'm like, oh, he's one person I would respect and like, because instead of hogging up, there's only 4 washers. Instead of hogging up 2 washers, he's just hogging up 1, which is good. I like it because it gives other people who needs to wash clothes a chance. There's this girl that lives on the 5th floor that has a habit of using all of our 4 washers, and then like doesn't come back for it. Like I totally get it. I understand, like, if you're like 10, 15 minutes late to it, that's fine. You get carried away with things. However, the app on your phone tells you everything. It tells you what cycle it's on. It tells you that it's going to be completed. It's going to be complete in like 20 minutes at this time. And as like it gets to a 10-minute, it shoots a 10-minute warning that's going to be done, and then shoots a 5-minute warning when it's almost done, and then it shoots another warning saying that you're complete. So she usually just hogs up the machine. So I don't like touching people's clothes. I don't care if it's washed or not. I don't know. I'm the type of person that doesn't like that. However, I don't know whose big idea was it, but they actually, I think it's the company, they installed like this little area for masks, and like the masks are all gone because they want you to be social distancing because of COVID and everything. But the gloves keep getting refilled. And I'm like, okay, pop the gloves on. This one day she hogged on the machine. I popped the gloves on. I took 1 out and I set it on the table, put my clothes in, left, came back. My clothes were out and hers was put back in. So I took all of her clothes out in mid-wash, chucked it in the corner, put a note in there that says, attend to your clothes. There's other people that need to use this. And I was disgusted and sick by how to touch your shit and everything. And then you had enough audacity to take my shit out, put your shit back in to rewash again because you didn't know if yours was washed or not. I'm assuming. However, it's very rude of you, and I will report this to management because in there it says do not touch anybody's property. If it's in the washer, do not touch it. If it's in the dryer, do not touch it. You're not allowed to open the doors. It's someone else's property. It's like you're vandalizing their property within the property. Also, it helps with preventing theft. However, whatever. So I stay there I'm gonna be like, no, I'm gonna sit here and watch my shit get finished running. It just needed. I think it just needed. There was not no soaps or sun. It just needed to be run wash. So I ran it without any detergent, and I ran it in the fast light speed one. So it was like 20 minutes, and I was running it, and she came in, and I said, she comes in, and the very first thing she says in herself, and I'll get back to the other story. She comes in, and this is before the first story I was telling her. This is before she comes in, and she goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm not fucking kidding." And she's like, "It was you?" And she tried to get all like get all buff, and I was like, "Don't, because I can smack you down right here." I said, first off, you need to respect other people. There's other people using these machines. You are notoriously to use all the machines for like multiple different things. Collab all that shit in one area. Like, of course, I understand bleach and whites, like white loads and black loads. I completely understand that. However, I can't completely understand why you need like one for this, one for this, one for this, one for this. It makes no sense. And if you are going to do that, be attentive, because you're like well known amongst other neighbors who have to use this washer and dryer that you hog the machines. So people getting sick and tired of it. I got sick and tired of it. I have to work the next day, and I need to get my clothes washed before I go to bed for the next day, because this closes at 10. And so she tried to get huffy and puffy, and I was like, I don't fucking care. You can sit here and bicker all you want. You can sit here and complain all you want. I'm not going to respond to it. Don't touch my fucking clothes. And she's like, well, you touch my clothes first. And I said, attend to your fucking laundry. And she called me a faggot. And I'm like, well, duh. When people call me faggot, I'm like, was there another term that's supposed to hurt me? Call me straighty? Like, call me a pussy licker? I don't know. Like, faggot, really? Honey, you think you're the first person that called me that name? You think you're going to be the last person to call me that name? And you think that's going to hurt my feelings? I don't think so, because it's true. I am a faggot. So I put my clothes in the dryer, and I sat there. I was like, and she was like, put all her clothes into the washer, and she's like redoing it, and it's expensive. By this time, it's expensive. I know it's expensive, but she did it, and I watched the whole thing. She had bras, underwear, socks, white, bras, underwear, socks, next machine, white, next machine, shirts, next machine, jeans. We all know, if you're watching this video and I'm not live and it's being recorded and you're watching this, we all know that you can at least cup some of those. I understand about the bras and underwears that you need to put that through delicate so it's not ripping and tearing. However fucking ever, there's 4 machines, you live in this type of environment, you live in this building. Tough it out like the rest of us. You don't see me putting my fucking, my jock straps and a delicate, just one dog strap. So it irritate me. So I washed my clothes, dried them, and then I folded them in there. And she like left, and of course, like the dryer's longer than the washer, so of course she sat there. Of course she came back. Literally 40 minutes. I was leaving. Folded my clothes after my 1 hour dry. I was leaving. The light wash, the super fast wash is like 28 minutes. So for 28 minutes, as she came down, I could put my clothes in the dryer. That was an hour, so she didn't come back for 40 minutes after that. Probably 35 minutes, I guess, on top of that. So 35 minutes. So she didn't come back and put that shit in the dryer until I was leaving, and then she was coming in. And I was like, proof in the fucking pudding right here. Bitch, just be responsible. Just stay in the laundromat and be responsible. And the door is very heavy. It's like super like shuts really fast, and it slows like 2 seconds slow down right before it slant, not like right before you think it's gonna slam, but it doesn't slam, and it just shuts and everything. Yes. Oh, 2 bedroom for 1,800. That makes sense because there's 2 bedroom in these buildings for 1,800. I was like debating about getting a roommate, but then I thought the pettiness I have to deal with, and I don't want to deal with it. So that story situated done. So come back to the beginning of my story. I'm in there, the person's taking the laundry out, and then he's putting his laundry in. I didn't consciously realize that he was doing the same thing that I was doing to the same girl. So she lives on the fifth floor. That's just how much we all know her. Because she brags about how she lives on the fifth floor, and it's super hard for her to get to the laundromat, which is on the fifth floor. And it's super hard because it's a long hallway. I'm like, bitch, we all fucking. I live in the very end. It's a long hallway. I walk up, elevator up, laundromat right next door to the elevator, do shit, walk back down. Tough. So he puts gloves on and then he grabs stuff and he's like taking the clothes out, putting on top of there's three regular washer, and then the fourth one is like the front loader, the one that actually does like for blankets and stuff like that. There's like a little label on top that says it's used for blankets at this size, heavy duty clothes. It's meant to do like a good washing. So he was putting the clothes on top of that, and I was just like, oh, it looks like he's gonna like put that in the dryer. No, I didn't realize that all the machines were being used, and the one that I was about to use just got emptied. I don't know who it was before me. So got I was getting my laundry, and I was like, oh, I fucking hate that one. You have to like, there's this girl, and da da da, and he's like, no, this is her. This is her and her shit. And so he basically takes his all his shit off. She comes in, doesn't remember me. Of course, tweakers don't remember shit. They remember where they can they remember like twacked out things. So she proceeds to go in on him, and he goes in on her by saying, I'm reporting you to the landlord. You are abusing the system. There is policies. Because of what me and probably bajillion people have mentioned to the landlord. Now there's a new rule underneath the other set of rules that one washer and dryer per unit. So that means if you are in a one bedroom and you're a couple, you have to use it. If you're in a one bedroom and you have a roommate living in the living room, you have to like switch it out. Usually most of the one bedrooms here have it. The ones on the lower ground have washer and dryer. The one within this building, some do, some don't. Depends on the layout. And the ones that actually do have two bedrooms automatically have a washer and dryer. So, yeah. So that being said, I was just like, oh my God, finally. So he's like, you're not following the rules, and I'm reporting you in. And he like knew exactly what room number she was in, like floor and room number. And he's like, I know you. You're like up all night tweaking on fucking shit, listening to music. It's disgusting. Like, fix yourself. And she's like, the pandemic make me schizophrenic. It's like, no, meth did. Schizophrenia has a different like behaviors. Like, girl, you're sunken face in, teeth half gone, can't hold your fucking jaw for the life of you, can't even sit still. Like, bitch, you have like so many things that on you. If you're not doing meth, then you should be doing meth, because it might like make sense. Because if you're doing something else, and fuck, what's that? Oh, it was just so annoying. It was super annoying. So now, like, I guess apparently she was told, and I guess she doesn't live here anymore. She moved out. She got evicted. Whatever. The story was she left, I guess. So I was really happy that happened. So now the new washer and dryers are very cool. They are very durable, and sometimes when I take my clothes out of the wash, I was like, well, did it even get wet? Because it's so spun dried. It was just, and also like, the dryer is still running on pilots. It's still running on like actual gas, and I don't like it. I don't like being around gas things. It just, gas and fire to me is like asking for an open invitation. But however, electric what do you call it? Electric fires are also 10 times worse than actual gas fire, because at least gas fire does an explosion at once. Electric fire could actually like go across the whole like structure. So yeah, sorry. Story time of me fighting over laundry. So that's why that's why I really debate about doing it, and just living in at least an area where it has a washer and dryer and a nice view. I think it's on the second floor. If I remember the apartment letter and numbering. That's second floor, which means there's an apartment above you. Even though you're a 2-story, there's an apartment above you that's just one flat unit, and then there's a 2-bedroom apartment below you. And it's oddly like it's on like a hill, so it's like oddly stacked. However, the freaking balcony is so nice because all you need just it's room for like an actual barbecue, a table set, and everything. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing that just because I'm just done living over here. I rather hear ocean or waves or something like that than trains because I do hear a little bit of train over here. I'm really happy though. I'm really happy that the courtyard down here doesn't have anybody because I think we all have a common rule like after 9, cut the party, kind of quietly, and then head like back into your building. This is really cool. Also, we got some new neighbors. They were kind of cool. Older, a little older than me, I think, in their 40s. Very quiet, reserve. However, we used to one of our neighbor, one of my neighbors moved out into a house. That was her plan. After living here for like 8 years, she's like, "I'm done. I want to actually get pregnant and have a house," and she did it, which is kind of cool. Um, she uh, she used to do this courtyard hangout, and we'll all come down from like all parts of the building. We'll all come down and just hang out and just drink. You bring a bottle. You bring minimum 2 bottles of wine, an 8-pack of beer, which is like those fancy beers that comes in 4s. So you need 2 of those, or a bottle of liquor and like a mixer if you want to bring a mixer. When that happened, we come down and oh my god, we could just get white girl fucking wasted. They live like right there. Couple people live over there. They all live really close to the courtyard. I'm the only one that lives on the 3rd floor, so I live higher, and I have to take the stairs. There's times I couldn't make up the stairs where I had to like take a break on the stairs. It was hilarious. But yeah, my hair is super long. Updates about me. I'm still I have if you are watching me on Facebook post wise, there was something that was going to happen on February 1st. I kind of didn't, but it did, but it didn't. Just poor planning. However, I'm still invited to the mix. So my friend wants to have a collaboration of people available. Almost, she's almost has a good amount on the roster. Roster on the. I'm just thinking that TikTok thing for people to be available 24 hours. So she has quite a few people from Australia, so it's available during their daytime and whatnot. She wants me because I'm actually local. We both know each other. She needs some people that are local and also good with their shit. She wants me in for Witchy Wednesday, and she also wants, you know, browns, just minorities first to get these little actual placements before she starts inviting other people, which is it can be reviewed as racist, but it also could be revealed as being supportive. She just wants to give everybody an opportunity to get on there, but she also wants to give the minorities a good chance because she's like, when I'm part of this group and it's just nothing about like white people. She's like, I was the only brown person there, so I want to create a sacred space for browns, blacks, like anything that's non-white first, and then invite the whites second. Not saying that me taking a spot will disqualify another person. It's just I'm taking a spot first, and then she'll have them and whatnot. So kind of weird on how to explain it, but it doesn't make sense. And I don't have no problem with it. Yeah, so I might be potentially on there to be a reader for online, hence why I had to get a laptop. I had to get a battery for it. I had to install the battery myself. I need to figure out how I could update this. Here comes my cat. She's gonna bother me because she's not getting attention. So she's gonna be squawking in a second. Um, I just need to update my laptop, update everything on here, and oh god, I just need a faster processor, some more memory, some more RAM, and also bigger storage on here because if I'm gonna be producing videos, I'm gonna be needing to do said so. And also, I would like to play a very practical, easy game. I want to play it without it being kind of laggy, and that's one thing I don't like is the lagginess. Sorry, she wants to like pat herself on my hand because she's weird like that. On Sapphire. It's because I'm not giving her attention because I'm doing this and she doesn't like me doing this. So, yeah, I guess there's no readings today. I guess you just heard about my laundry mat battle and whatnot. But if any of you guys play Fortnite, message me so we can so we can actually cross pathways with each other. Sapphire, hi. She's getting old. She's getting old. Okay, there we go. Alright. Yep. So, I will see you guys soon. Hopefully next week I can be on here on Thursdays and kind of talk a little more, give you a little more information, what's going on, do some more shit, be a little more active, because I should be active on the shit. So, till then, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing, and yada yada, and I'll see you later.